Have you ever stood in front of the mirror, really looked at yourself, and wondered, why do I look so much older than I feel? I asked myself that same question for years. I tried different products, different colors, different styles, but nothing seemed to work the way I hoped. And then one day, a hairstylist said something to me that I have never forgotten. She said, "It's not your age that's aging you, it's your haircut." That stopped me cold. I spent the next 3 years going deep into this. I talked to stylists, I studied before and after transformations, I watched women in their 60s and 70s walk out of salons looking genuinely radiant. Not because they dyed their hair or had any work done, but simply because someone gave them the right cut. And what I found was both surprising and incredibly encouraging. Because the right haircut doesn't just change your appearance. It changes how you carry yourself. It changes how you feel when you walk into a room. It gives you something that no product on a shelf can give you, real, quiet confidence. Today, I want to share 5 of the most rejuvenating, most transformative haircuts I discovered over those 3 years of research. These are cuts that real women over 60 are wearing right now, cuts that stylists are recommending in 2026, and cuts that genuinely have the power to make you look and feel 10 years younger, richer, and more elegant than you ever thought possible. So stay with me all the way through, because the cut that changes everything for you might be the last one I share. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. The soft layered bob that frames everything beautifully. Let's start with the one haircut that came up again and again in my research, in almost every conversation I had with professional stylists, and in nearly every transformation I witnessed firsthand. It's called the soft layered bob, and if you haven't considered it yet, I want you to really open your heart to it today, because this cut has a quiet kind of magic. A soft layered bob typically falls somewhere between the chin and the collarbone. It's not too short, not too long. It sits in that sweet spot where it frames the face without pulling it down, adds movement without adding chaos, and creates the kind of gentle shape that makes your entire appearance feel lighter and more lifted. And that word, lifted, is exactly what we're going for, because one of the most common things that happens as we get older is that our features can start to feel as if gravity has had its way with them. The right cut, especially one with soft layers, actually works against that. It creates visual upward movement around the face, drawing the eye toward your cheekbones, your eyes, your smile. Now, what makes this particular version so special is the layering technique. We're not talking about heavy, chunky layers that weigh the hair down or make it look choppy. We're talking about gentle feathered layers, the kind where a skilled stylist uses a point-cutting technique to soften the ends so they fall with a kind of effortless grace. These layers take the bulk off the hair and replace it with something far more flattering: movement and dimension. And for women whose hair has naturally thinned a little over the years, this is a gift, because those soft layers actually create the illusion of more volume, not less. The face framing pieces in a soft layered bob are also worth a special mention. When a stylist cuts slightly shorter pieces around the front, just 2 or 3 inches shorter than the rest, those pieces curve naturally around the jaw and cheekbones. They draw the eye inward, toward the center of your face, which gives your features a more defined and youthful appearance. It's a subtle effect, but when you see it in the mirror, you'll feel it immediately. One of the most beautiful things about this cut is how versatile it is across hair textures. Whether your hair is naturally straight, slightly wavy, or even a little coarse from years of coloring, the soft layered bob adapts. Straight hair falls into clean, polished lines. Wavy hair takes on a lovely organic shape that looks effortlessly put together. And if you add a little texture spray and scrunch, even straight hair can pick up a soft, lived-in wave that looks genuinely stunning. For color, this cut absolutely sings alongside silver and white hair. If you've embraced your natural gray, and I hope you have, because it is truly beautiful, the layers in this bob catch the light in the most extraordinary way. You get these little flickers of brightness all through the hair that make it look luminous and alive. If you prefer to add some warmth, a gentle balayage or root smudge in creamy blonde or champagne tones works beautifully with this cut, giving the hair depth and dimension without high maintenance. When you walk into the salon, here is exactly what to say. Ask for a soft layered bob with face framing pieces, point cut ends for movement, and length landing just below the jaw or at the collarbone. Tell your stylist you want lift at the crown and softness around the face. Those few words will communicate everything they need to create something truly transformative for you. This is not a trend. This is a timeless, elegant cut that stylists in 2026 consistently call one of the most flattering things you can do for your hair after 60. And once you try it, I think you'll understand exactly why. The textured pixie that radiates pure confidence. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. A pixie? At 60? And I want to gently, lovingly say yes. Absolutely yes. Because the modern textured pixie cut is not what it used to be. And the women who wear it today don't just look younger. They look powerful, free, and genuinely magnetic. That here's what's changed about the pixie in 2026. It's no longer a severe, close-cropped cut that leaves little room for personality. The modern textured pixie has length, intention, and shape. It features longer pieces on the top, sometimes 2 to 3 inches, that a stylist textures and softens so they can be swept to the side, tousled forward, or gently shaped with a little product. The sides and back are tapered, yes, but in a gradual and flattering way, not in a harsh or clinical way. The result is a cut that looks deliberately styled yet effortlessly natural all at once. For women over 60, the textured pixie does something that almost no other cut can do as effectively. It draws every eye directly to your face, your eyes, your cheekbones, the softness of your expression. When there isn't a lot of hair competing for attention, your face becomes the focal point, and that is exactly where attention should be. Your face tells your story. Your face is where your wisdom lives. And this cut puts it front and center in the most beautiful possible way. The texture is everything in this cut. It's what separates a youthful, modern pixie from an outdated one. A good stylist will use a razor or point cutting technique to create wispy, airy ends that move naturally rather than sitting in a stiff, fixed shape. Those textured ends are what give the cut its softness and its life. They break up the outline of the hair, so it looks organic rather than structured, which is far more flattering on mature features. One of the most common concerns I hear from women about the pixie is thinning hair. And this is actually where the textured pixie becomes one of your greatest allies, not your enemy. When hair is short and textured, there is simply less length to weigh it down, which means even fine or thinning hair stands up beautifully and appears fuller. Stylists often add a little extra volume at the crown, either through the cut itself or with a simple lift spray. And the result is hair that looks genuinely thick and healthy, even if it hasn't felt that way in years. In terms of color, the textured pixie and silver hair are one of the most beautiful combinations in all of modern hairstyling. Silver, white, and salt and pepper tones in a textured pixie create this stunning interplay of light and movement that looks genuinely expensive. If you want warmth, a few delicate champagne or soft platinum highlights woven through the top layers add luminosity without taking away from the natural elegance of your color. When you talk to your stylist, ask for a long textured pixie with movement on top, a tapered nape, and airy, point-cut ends. Tell them you want softness, not structure. Ask for volume at the crown. And then trust the process, because when you see the finished result, you may find yourself wondering why you waited this long. The textured pixie is not a compromise cut. It is a bold, beautiful, deeply flattering choice for women who have decided that their hair should celebrate who they are right now, not who they used to be. The lob with face framing layers, where elegance meets ease. If the soft layered bob felt a little short for you, and the pixie felt a little daring, then let me introduce you to the cut that might feel like it was made for exactly where you are right now. The lob, the long bob, with face framing layers, is one of the most effortlessly elegant hairstyles a woman over 60 can wear, and in 2026, it is absolutely everywhere for good reason. The lob sits at collarbone length or just slightly above it. It's long enough to offer versatility. You can wear it down, tuck it behind your ears, pull it into a soft half-up style, or even twirl it into a casual knot for a more relaxed look. But it's short enough to feel fresh, modern, and intentional rather than heavy or dated. It's the kind of cut that looks equally beautiful at a dinner party and on a Sunday morning, which is part of what makes it so endlessly appealing. What transforms a standard lob into something truly rejuvenating is the face framing layer work. A skilled stylist will cut longer, slightly wispy pieces at the front of the hair, pieces that curve softly around the cheeks and jaw. These layers do something very specific and very powerful. They create a visual narrowing effect around the lower face, which is incredibly flattering as we age. As the jawline naturally softens over the years, face framing layers redirect the eye upward toward the eyes and cheekbones, giving the whole face a lifted, more defined appearance without a single procedure or product. The ends of a great lob should have what stylists call movement and separation. This means the ends aren't all the same length in a blunt, heavy line. Instead, they're slightly varied and softly textured, so they fall with a naturally beautiful shape. When light hits those textured ends, it creates depth and dimension that makes the hair look thick, healthy, and vibrant, even if the natural texture has changed over the years. For women with naturally wavy or slightly textured hair, the lob is almost a miracle cut. The length is perfect for allowing natural wave patterns to develop fully, and the face framing layers give those waves beautiful shape and intention. Simply air drying with a little curl cream or a wave-enhancing mousse produces a result that looks genuinely salon fresh with almost no effort at all. And for straight-haired women, a large round brush blow-dry or a gentle pass with a wide barrel curling iron creates soft, bouncy waves that look luxurious and polished. Color-wise, the lob is one of the most forgiving and beautiful canvases in hairstyling. If you have silver or white hair, the length of the lob gives the color room to show its full depth and luminosity, and it is absolutely stunning. If you prefer a little warmth, soft balayage in champagne, creamy blonde, or honey tones blends beautifully with the layered structure of this cut, creating a lived-in, natural-looking color that doesn't require constant root touch-ups. This is a very important point for women who want beautiful color without the maintenance burden. Ask your stylist for a collarbone-length lob with face framing layers, textured ends, and soft movement throughout. Mention that you want the layers to be subtle and elegant, not choppy or heavy. If you want a little wave or bend, ask them to finish it with a large barrel iron during your appointment, so you can see exactly what it looks like and how easily you can recreate it at home. The lob with face framing layers is a cut that works with your life. It adapts. It grows out gracefully, and it consistently makes women look more refined, more radiant, and genuinely beautifully younger. The bichia, the cut that every stylist is talking about right now. Now we're stepping into what is genuinely one of the most exciting haircut trends of 2026, and I have to tell you, when I first discovered this cut during my research, I immediately understood why stylists were raving about it. The bichia is a hybrid between the bob and the pixie, and it may be the most flattering thing to happen to women's hair in years. The bichia sits somewhere between a long pixie and a very short bob. The back is typically cropped shorter, tapered and clean, while the top and sides retain more length, creating a shape that is simultaneously bold and soft, modern and elegant. The face framing pieces in a well-cut bichia are particularly beautiful. They frame the cheekbones and jaw in a way that creates incredible definition without any harsh lines. What makes the bichia especially remarkable for women over 60 is how it handles the crown. Because the top has more length than a standard pixie, a good stylist can build real, beautiful volume directly at the crown of the head. And this is transformative. One of the most common visual signs of aging in the hair is a flat, sunken crown area. When the crown collapses, it can make the face look heavier, the features more tired. The bichia's crown volume reverses that instantly. It creates lift and height that makes the entire silhouette look lighter, younger, and more energized. The texture in a bichia is what truly sets it apart. Unlike a sleek, polished cut, the bichia lives and breathes through its texture. Those wispy, point-cut ends create a softness that is deeply flattering on mature skin. Because soft edges around the face actually complement and soften features beautifully, rather than creating a harsh contrast. When you see a bichia done well on a woman in her 60s, there is a naturalness to it, an ease as if the hair simply grew into this perfect shape on its own. For maintenance, the bichia is refreshingly manageable. A small amount of a lightweight texture cream or a gentle sea salt spray work through the top sections while the hair is slightly damp, followed by a quick scrunch or fingerstyle, produces a result that looks intentional and beautiful in under 5 minutes. Because the back and sides are shorter, there's less weight and less volume to manage, which means those lower sections of hair stay looking neat and clean for longer between washes. For women who want great hair without a complicated daily routine, this matters enormously. Color in a bichia deserves a special conversation, because this cut showcases color like almost nothing else. The shorter length means every tone is visible, every highlight catches the light, and the overall color effect is vivid and immediate. Silver and white hair in a bisha is absolutely spectacular. The contrast between the darker root area and the silver lengths, when allowed to develop naturally, creates a dimensional, almost artistic effect that looks high-end and deliberate. If you want added warmth, platinum or champagne highlights at the crown and face framing sections create a glow that genuinely brightens the entire face. When you visit your stylist, describe the bisha this way. Ask for a cut that's shorter and tapered at the back, with length retained at the crown and sides, and face framing pieces that curve gently around the cheeks. Ask specifically for crown volume and textured, airy ends. And if your stylist isn't familiar with the term bisha, show them a reference photo, because seeing is believing with this cut. Women who commit to the bisha often say the same thing afterward. They wish they had done it sooner. It is fearless, yes, but it is also one of the most joyful, liberating, and genuinely beautiful haircuts a woman over 60 can wear. The layered shag that brings youth back to your reflection. And here it is, the fifth cut. The one I saved for last, not because it's the most popular, but because it might be the most quietly life-changing of all. The modern layered shag for women over 60 is having its most beautiful moment right now, and I want to talk about it in a way that really does it justice, because this cut deserves to be understood, not just admired. The layered shag is built entirely around the concept of movement. It features multiple layers of varying lengths throughout the hair, starting from the crown and cascading down through the mid-lengths and ends. Those layers are cut with intention, each one placed to create a specific kind of volume, bounce, and frame. The result is hair that looks almost alive. Hair that moves when you move. Hair that has personality and dimension in a way that genuinely takes years off your reflection. For women whose hair has lost some of its natural vitality over the years, perhaps it's become a little flatter, a little less bouncy, a little less responsive to styling. The layered shag is one of the most effective remedies available. By removing weight from throughout the hair rather than just the ends, the shag allows even finer hair to lift and move freely. Every layer contributes to the overall volume of the finished style, which means even women with quite fine or thinning hair often find that a well-cut shag gives their hair more life than they've seen in decades. The face framing elements of the shag are particularly beautiful. Many versions of this cut include soft curtain bangs, those gently parted, face-framing pieces that fall on either side of the forehead and curve softly toward the cheeks. Curtain bangs are one of the most flattering things a woman over 60 can add to any haircut, because they draw attention to the eyes, soften the forehead beautifully, and create a naturally youthful frame around the face without covering it entirely. They're versatile too. You can wear them swept to the side, let them fall naturally in the center, or pin them back on days when you want a different look. The layered shag works across a remarkable range of lengths. Whether you prefer your hair at the chin, the collarbone, or even longer at the shoulder, the shag adapts. The principles remain the same: layers, movement, texture, face framing. But the expression of those principles changes according to your preference and your face shape. This is part of what makes the shag so endlessly appealing. It is not a one-size-fits-all cut. It is a philosophy of movement and softness applied to your individual hair, in terms of styling. The shag is forgiving in the best possible way. Because so much of the cut's beauty comes from its natural texture and movement, it doesn't require precise, time-consuming styling to look wonderful. Many women find that air drying with a little diffusing and a small amount of texturizing cream gives them a result that looks just as beautiful as a styled finish. For women who love ease, this is significant. You get a hairstyle that looks luxurious and intentional without the effort that usually goes with that kind of result. Silver and white hair in a layered shag is, without question, one of the most beautiful things I encountered in all of my research. The layers create so much natural dimension in silver hair that the color appears almost iridescent, with lighter and slightly deeper tones visible through the movement of the layers. It is genuinely, strikingly beautiful, and it is entirely your natural color doing all of that work. Ask for a layered shag with soft curtain bangs, movement throughout, and textured ends. Tell your stylist you want lightness and life in the hair, and that you want layers that begin at the crown and flow down evenly through the lengths. This is the cut that might make you fall in love with your hair all over again. I hope that somewhere in these 5 cuts, you found something that stirred something in you. A little excitement, maybe. A quiet curiosity. Or perhaps even that feeling of, yes, that's it. That's what I've been looking for. Because here is what I want you to carry with you from today. Looking younger has very little to do with fighting who you are. The right haircut doesn't try to erase your years. It celebrates the woman you've become. It works with your features, your texture, your natural beauty, and it amplifies all of it in the most honest and most flattering way possible. Whether you're drawn to the softness of a layered bob, the freedom of a textured pixie, the elegance of a lob, the boldness of a bisha, or the pure joyful movement of a layered shag, every single one of these cuts starts the same way. It starts with you, standing in that salon, deciding that you deserve to look and feel extraordinary. And you do. You absolutely do. Don't rush the decision. Save the ones that call to you. Bring them to your next appointment. Talk to your stylist. Ask questions. And then trust yourself. Because after 60, you have something most people spend decades trying to find. The confidence to know what's right for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path.